You're watching THV 11 this morning.
New rules aimed at protecting consumers when consulting with financial advisors are in place, and they're expected to have a positive effect. We have certified financial planner Stephen Northington joining us now to explain what these changes actually mean. So it's good to see you.
Good morning, Elise.
Good morning. Thank you for coming today. Let's start first by talking about what this change is.
Well, it's a huge rule change coming down from the Department of Labor. Probably the biggest rule change in our industry in the last 30 years. And here's what it says. If you give retirement advice, you must do so as a fiduciary. Now, what is a fiduciary? It means I must always put your interests first. I must remove all conflicts of interest, and I must be completely transparent when it comes to fees for services rendered. Put simply, as a retirement client, I have to put your interest above mine as a retirement advisor.
Which is great, but were these not the rules to begin with?
Can you believe it?
That's crazy.
It isn't, and it hasn't been. So here's what it looks like. If you're a registered investment advisor, you've always been a fiduciary. If you're a certified financial planner professional like myself, you have always been a fiduciary. But as a broker or as an insurance agent, you had a much lower standard of care called the suitability standard. Now, Elise, that means that I just have to put you in a product that's suitable. It doesn't have to be the best. There can be all kinds of conflicts that I don't have to disclose, and fees weren't always transparent, so you didn't really always know what you were paying in terms of fees.
Wow.
But can you say wiggle, wiggle, wiggle for me?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Well, I'm going to say no more wiggle room for brokers and insurance agents when it comes to retirement planning in the United States.
Very interesting. Okay, so what's been the reaction to this change? How do people feel about this? How do professionals feel about this?
Well, professionals are a little antsy in terms of change, but we believe it's very, very positive. And ultimately, the most positive viewpoint is, hey, better products, no conflicts of interest that are hitting, but really where we see the true impact are the amount of fees that clients are going to be paying. In fact, the U.S. government predicts over the next 10 years, $10 billion in cost savings that would normally be paid out in fees that are going to stay in the U.S. consumers' retirement accounts. We think that's a big deal.
Yeah, well, that's a huge deal. So that's, of course, one of the big ways it'll affect investors' accounts, if you're mentioning that money.
That's more money for retirement, and we like to call that financial comfort.
Okay, definitely. Now, when does this change actually begin?
Right.
When does it start?
So initial enrollment, April of 2017, full enrollment January of 2018. But what we want to tell everybody today is you can make that decision today. So if you're getting retirement advice, ask your advisor, are they a fiduciary? If they are, do the happy dance. If they're not, then ask them to be. And if they won't, your retirement accounts matter. Make a change.
Very interesting. Okay, I'm sure that we can contact you if we have any questions about this. How do we follow up on this?
Love to. Planforcomfort.com, and this is really important. Retirement accounts matter, Elise.
All right, Stephen Northington giving us some help this morning, some great advice. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much.